Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show. Hey, it's Colonel Steve from the Bourbon Daily, and we are doing our best of Christmas. This one is returning from a vacation back in 2022. It was our first day back. Enjoy this special episode. Go.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're mailing it in for the first day back from vacation. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Demetrius Kane, Andrea Holak, and Wes Harden.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hey, hello.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you had a nice, restful vacation, enjoyed a good Christmas. Wes, what was your favorite Christmas gift this year?
Ironically, I received a coloring book of dicks. But it was not my favorite one for sure.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was weird.
Yeah, well, all right, but we'll have some fun. We're just mailing it in today, just as you do. Think about if you've ever had a corporate job or something like that, you had to go back into the office the day after. You end up just talking to everyone, sharing stories. What did you do? And next thing you know, the day's gone, and that's kind of what we're doing today. We're just chatting. So we'll get to some exciting topics in a few. Wes said there's something he wanted to talk about first. So what is that, Wes?
Yeah, so we are in the last week of the year, and one of the kind of weird, I don't know, I'm sure it happens all the time, and every year that goes by with more social media and more visibility everywhere and more people with cameras and video and everything, I think there are things that have always happened kind of come to light more. But one trend specifically this year I thought was way off the charts, specifically in the US. You always hear about it in like Africa and South America and India and places like that. But here this year, there were a crazy amount, specifically in Florida, but also on the coast, of like just in general animal attacks on people. So like there was a crazy amount of shark attacks. Florida had like an unbelievably large amount of like alligator attacks, dragging people in lakes. You had bears and cougars out west. So I'm sure there's a cool scientific reason for all of this, which I don't really care about. What I'm interested in is everyone's personal opinion of why this is happening.
Why? I think they've had enough. I think the animals are they're like, fuck it, let's go after them. We're trying to live in harmony. We try to live in harmony and just do our thing, and then they just keep doing this shit. Fuck it, but we're going to be tactical. Lure them in, get them down by the edge of the lake. I'll take care of them, says the alligator.
The problem is that we have cell phones, and people are trying to get that cool TikTok video, and so they're getting closer to animals than they should be. And in the past, they're like, oh, like I don't have any physical proof to show anyone I was even close to this thing, so I'm gonna fucking run. Now they're like, oh shit, but like, what if I got a really cool video of me like walking up to this moose and feeding him? No, you probably shouldn't fucking do that because a moose is gonna stomp your goddamn brains out. Same with the fucking bison in Yellowstone. Guess what? The bison are wild animals, and they're going to gore you in the gut and kill you. This is why people die in Yellowstone every fucking year, and it happens more and more all the time because people are like, oh, I bet I could fucking pet this and I'll get 1 million views on fucking TikTok and I'll be famous. No, you're gonna be famous for being fucking dead and an idiot. So don't get close to animals.
Are you passionate about this?
Yeah, because people are fucking stupid. God, they're so stupid.
I think personally, if I had to land any element on this, I think it's the selfie sticks, because every time I see somebody with one of those, I get violent. If I was in nature and I was a bear, if I was in nature and I saw a dude walking around or some chick walking around with a selfie stick, I would get like every time I see one, I just want to walk over and just snap it and just look them dead in the eyes.
Yeah, like a bear's like, I'm just over here trying to eat berries. Why are you fucking with me? Yeah, I'm going to charge your ass.
Maybe the selfie stick it's attracting in the animals because they're also getting violently pissed off, like me. Yeah. Apparently, if I was a fucking bear, I'd eat your goddamn brains out too.
Steve, I want to use this episode as being vindicated for the last 3 or 4 years. I've been at the forefront of the whole like selfie videos, selfie stick, all of that stuff being absolutely self-serving and fucking stupid. And the animals agree with me.
They're on your side,
Wes.
Wes.
The animals are wild animals, Wes.
Do you think the animals will take over, but they'll elect Wes as like their king?
You ever seen Planet of the Apes?
There's no way.
I'm like
Wes is their king. Wes is their guy.
If they got T-shirts, it would say Wes is king.
Yeah, Wes is king.
No way.
Yeah,
absolutely. I see it now.
Animals love Wes.
Animals love me.
Walking in with like
animals love me.
Yeah,
Wes is king.
I've never been attacked by an animal. I'm just telling you.
I pick up a lot of wild animals.
Yeah,
I just go and I pick up wild animals.
That's approaching them.
Beck and I will be the king, and we'll be the czars of the world.
Because if they are injured, and I assist them, and
everybody thinks they're injured.
But I also like get appropriate things to touch wild animals because I've been dealing with wild animals a lot, and so like I have gloves. I'm not going to approach a fucking bear because I'm not actually an idiot. Why not? No. But I pick up a lot of just like random animals. Royce always thinks I'm insane. Like,
did you pick up some big woodpecker or something? I know you're not supposed to pick up woodpeckers.
Well, he ran into our window, and I needed to make sure that he was okay and he didn't need actual medical attention because he was just like laying
medical
there.
attention. He needs an IV. Yeah.
He might have. I picked him up.
Natural selection. That's how I feel about animal attacks. I'm like, it's natural selection.
Yeah, I agree. And like, I'm not going to walk up to animals that are obviously going to attack me. Yeah. But I'm going to pick up a woodpecker that ran into my window. I'm going to go make sure he's okay. And
you're not going to get down beside an alligator.
And I'm not going to be like, hey, let's get a 6 shot, bro. No, I'm going to get my fucking brains ate out of my head if I do that. So I'm not doing that. But
if you had a selfie stick, you could get it closer to the alligator.
I think this is
I
finally
should invest in a selfie stick.
This is finally the topic that's traumatized Andrea. I think she's pretty quiet there.
Yeah.
I think they're all too hot, and they're just like hot and hungry and over our bullshit. Like they're just done with us.
They're finished. They're done.
Yeah.
Enough.
Global warming.
They won't attack me. They will attack me.
All of us will be dead, but Wes, I'm sure.
Lone survivor.
Yeah.
I just want to see a big old bear wearing a shirt that says "Elect Wes."
Wes for president 2024.
Yeah. I wonder why they just
out there mauling some teenager with a selfie stick. It's like
Wes and Smokey 2024. I like it.
Yeah. Wes.
I spent my Thanksgiving with a live squirrel in my house.
Why?
On purpose?
Why didn't you catch him?
So my brother rescued him from the top of his swimming pool,
running around.
And then he did CPR on him, and then he brought him to my house in a bucket, and so we had a live squirrel in my house on Thanksgiving. And then he didn't want to release him at my house because it's too far away from his original house, so we had to live with the squirrel for 3 days in my house. And then
did you try to get a selfie with him?
No, because I was afraid he was going to escape. But my brother, God bless him, he brought little pecans and a little nutcracker, and he cracked nuts for him every day. It was like the cutest thing, but I was like, there's a live squirrel in my house. It was definitely cousin Eddie. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Was it
say.
like a country squirrel? Or was it a city
yes, it was like a
city squirrel.
He had a
it
suit
was a
on.
small
He-
town squirrel.
Well, so see, if it's a town, you can eat squirrels.
Wow. Who would
Well,
want
and
to?
knowing my
Yeah.
brother, I wasn't sure if he brought it to save it or to eat it, so we weren't quite
Oh
sure.
God.
Yeah.
Have you never had squirrel gravy?
Oh,
No.
I can send out a recipe.
I've had fried squirrels. Actually good.
Yeah, fried squirrels actually
Fried
pretty decent.
they're like rats with better tails. Is all they are.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, well, horrible.
Sometime I'll bring it into the shop. I'll just swing you by some
There you go.
biscuits and gravy. You won't even know. Just
So yeah, I'm interested to see if animals keep up their battle back at humans.
They
in
will,
2030.
because humans are not going to stop being stupid.
yeah.
I
Interesting.
think you're right.
Interesting.
So that's the main thing. The only animal attack story I've seen that wasn't it was, I don't want to say it was funny, but there's a little I think she's like a 10-year-old girl down in Florida. She got bit by a shark, and they interviewed her in the hospital. She's gonna be fine, but she's like, yeah, I was just swimming, and then this thing just like comes up, and I'm like, ow, that hurts. And so I'm like just punching him, and I'm like, go away.
Was it McNew?
You would think so.
Go away.
Like 10-year-old girl, and she
Stop
goes,
fighting me.
Ow.
and she goes, well, I couldn't act really upset because I didn't want my brother to be sad. So I just, I made sure, because she has like a little brother who's 6, and she didn't want him to be stressed out that she was hurt.
Like, no.
That's what she was. It was
As
like being
if.
bit by a shark.
I'm not chicken nuggets.
All right. Well, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Wes. Wes, what do you got?
All right, no cork pop. I'm still going through some old dusty bottles and samples. This is a 1970s Kentucky Gentleman.
Okay. Dimitri, what do you got?
well, what would be a show without drinking a little bit of my own stuff? So I Planter's whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah.
whiskey. Never mind.
Still lose the cork pop, and I must have missed the joke because
Okay. All right. You'll catch it on the playback. All right, Andrea.
So I have in the Christmas spirit, I have the Red Line Elements, which tastes like everything Christmas. So
Oh, that's good. That's good. Solid. All right, Becca, what do you got?
I've got another sample here of some of our stuff. So just a twist off.
Cream of Kentucky, 11.5. 11.5. Can't, there you go. Cream of Kentucky, 11.5.
Ooh,
Basie. Basie.
nice.
Nice base, but I think Andrea's still got it there. So
what does
Once again.
11.5 mean?
11 and a half years. 11 and a half
Okay.
years. Cheers.
Cheers. It's 11.5 proof.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're just mailing it in. Day after coming back from Christmas vacation. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Saying Bourbon Daily?
Yeah.
Okay, you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
No, your name first.
My name.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jason Sauter.
And?
And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. We're mailing it in today for, is it Boxing Day?
It is Boxing Day today.
It's Boxing Day. This
Happy
is a big day over
Boxing
in-
Day.
Yeah, happy Boxing
Our
Day.
Canadians, yes.
I don't actually know what that means.
The great thing is, ask a Canadian because they have no fucking clue either.
Yeah.
They're like, it's
Becca, it's from
Yeah.
Canada, which means it's stupid. That's all you need to know.
there. You go. There's no way to.
That is not the views seen by the
you're
Bourbon
right.
Daily. This
Yeah.
is just a view seen by Wes.
We were
Bennett.
bonding with them, and then
Okay.
Wes just throws that out there. Yeah, that was great. Great job. So, yeah.
Hey, it's mailing it in day, so.
It is mailing it in, so he can write it off as that. Hey, so we've got a professional poker player that's now been hanging out in the store, and this is a woman, and that's what she does. And I tell her, I play poker, and she wants to start getting invited to my games. No fucking way. If you tell me I play and I'm not worth a shit, yeah, come on, you can play in my game. Yeah, have fun.
Let her
yeah.
in, Steve.
Yeah.
Let her in, Steve.
Okay,
You don't
I'll
want to
play.
just lose?
No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean you're going to lose.
We'll just cheat.
You know what? Here's the way I see it. It would give you a quick indicator on everyone who plays poker thinks they're a really good poker player.
Right.
Some are, some aren't, some are in between. But everyone thinks they are, whether they are or are not. But that would be.
She plays in the World Series of Poker.
That would be
she's
a good
never won or
litmus.
anything. Her best ever was cracking top 60, but that's huge actually. I mean, top
Right.
60 World Series of Poker is actually pretty big. But
I would just cheat.
Here's what you'll find out in that game. Here's what you'll find out in that game. I think
Okay.
is she's used to. Poker's a lot like volleyball. There's two ways to play volleyball. There's the structured, like call the rules. You can't touch the net. You can't scoop the ball. You can't
Right.
use your hands, and you can't hand pass and all that. Or there's everybody's at the lake and everybody's just doing whatever the hell they want to. When the structured volleyball players play in those like lakeside backyard games, they're not worth a shit. They can't get around the fact that people don't play by every single rule and everything's not called. And I think poker players to a degree could be the same thing, because she's used to playing with people that
oh yeah,
she gets like this home players don't play a normal pattern. So like you and I both know, we play with a lot of different people. You get in people that are like,
well, that's like you
She
watch the
wants
World
to
Series of
bluff.
Poker. Yeah,
right, she wants to bluff somebody who's got top two pair, and she's bluffing, suggesting she's got something higher. And you and I both know there's like a lot of old school players, they're not folding two pair to whatever, to anything, even though they may or may not. Like, I think she would have a problem with home players because they don't play a certain way. They're unorthodox, I guess would be the best way.
the
to say it.
unorthodox nature. Yes. So that's like when you watch the World Series of Poker and that Phil Hellmuth guy yells
Oh,
at
yeah.
people. He's yelling at them because they're not following the strategy
That's
he thinks
exactly
a professional poker should play. And you're going to get a lot of that in a very amateur game. You're going to get
It's
a lot of just
yes.
why would you even do that? That makes no sense, and that definitely throws them off. Every move they're making has some sort of reason behind it, and the people that you're playing with in an amateur game, there might be no reasoning at all. They're just there to have fun, and they probably thinking they're going to lose, and so they're just doing whatever the hell they want. So
It's the same reason I don't play blackjack at the casino, because people get so bent out of shape when when you hit when they think you're not supposed to, or vice versa.
Right.
And it's like, I'm playing my game, fucktard, leave me alone. And, you know, like people will like get mad and want you thrown off the table, and like, so I don't deal with it. I'm just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, invite her over, and you guys may take her for a bunch of money.
We might be able to do that. Yes.
Yeah, just tell her house rules.
House rules. Yeah.
But it's you just cheating the whole time.
Hey, just they call you a colonel for a reason.
My normal game, we play pretty sloppy. You know, it's we don't necessarily always follow the rules. You know, if someone's going to get hit, also they'll just throw in. You know, you don't follow how it's supposed to, the natural progression and shit. So yeah, that kind of shit could just really throw her off too. Just yelling at us, screaming. No.
And tell her there's like a 12 drink minimum before you start.
Yeah, there you go. That could be an equalizer as well.
Blackout poker, but everyone is blacked out.
Okay, yeah, that could be good.
That would be the time the guy would show up to throw the thing in the pool.
Exactly.
That first thing he shows up for.
Yeah. That's key. So we'll have to get her. We'll have to get her in a game, maybe. And she loves whiskey and stuff, so we'll have to get her to Kentucky. Maybe she can get her our Bronner game.
Yes, we need to do a Bronner game anyway.
I know. Bronner calls me about that like once a week. When are we playing? I have a hard time. My schedule's rough these days, so it's not good. I know, but yeah, I want to play because I like that game. I like going to Kentucky, and we always had fun for sure.
Not free anymore, Steve. You're locked down to a store.
I'm locked down to a store. Yeah. Wow, it's not easy. Well, so we'll see. I'm working. Who's
gonna run the store while you're in Key West?
Jim. He doesn't get to go.
Jim doesn't get to go?
No, he's not going.
Short straw.
Yeah, short straw. He doesn't get to go.
Wow.
Yeah, no Jim.
No Jim or Heidi?
No Jim or Heidi. No. Neither one gets to go. Oh yeah, there'll be tremendous FOMO going on, especially from Heidi. You know, Jim is fine. What the hell? He doesn't give a fuck. He'll just stay at home and work at the store. Heidi will be freaking out, I'm sure. So
yeah. Oh no! Hey, so has Jim still been listening to every episode of the Bourbon Daily?
No. I think working with me on a daily basis kind of ruins the mystery and the allure of hanging out with Steve Akeley all day. And you decide you don't want that in your spare time listening to Steve. Will you go into your office and close the door and you shut Steve out? Is what you want to do when you work with him side by side every day.
Honestly, thank God. I didn't want Jim to re-listen all those.
Right. He didn't make it to you. He didn't make it to when you were.
That was the last thing I ever fucking wanted was Jim to listen to every single show and be like, "Well, back in
because he was taking notes.
January 26th of 2018,
you said
that Miss Becca Sue said this bullshit, and now she claims this." Right. You know, Jim, fuck off. That's what I'm expecting. I'm sorry, I'm already telling Jim to fuck himself, but.
Yeah,
I'm happy Jim has ceased and desist from listening to all the shows because I was nervous because I didn't want everyone to find some of those shows that
they're still buried now. It's good news for you.
They've been forgotten about. Some of those shows have been forgotten about. That's fantastic. You're like, you know what? I'm not really sure where that show is, and I'm like, let's fucking keep it that way.
Yeah.
And now I'm going back. You're
gonna go back and do it? Yeah.
Go back and find them all. Take notes. Take notes. Jim, so Jim can bring it up next time.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
Yeah. It's hard to believe I'm not as pleasant as I seem on the air, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
People can get mad at me. It's amazing.
I know that. That's hilarious. Everyone thinks, I'm sure that everyone walks in and they're like, Steve seems like such a pleasant guy. He seems like such a fucking bitch. Guess what, Steve? You and I both look like that. Because apparently people come in and ask Steve, so is she actually just horrendous?
They hear you yell.
And he says yes.
Because they like hearing you yell at people though. So they like Becca yelling. Becca yelling is good. That's good for good.
Tell my husband that.
Becca's she's a good heel for the network, like old school wrestling.
Yeah.
She's a good heel.
Yeah. When she's chewing someone out, who's the last one she chewed out?
I yelled at Turner Wathen.
That show, we had people coming in. There's like 4 people came in the store and loved that episode where she chewed Turner Wathen. And you lit into him. I can't remember. What the hell was he pissed about?
He was fucking fucking talking about cork pops.
Oh yeah, because
He was like,
the whole thing was
being a little whiny fucking baby about, oh, well, you guys clearly just set it up so you win yourselves. How, Turner? What are we doing? I'm sitting in a massive fucking open area with no fucking, no furniture in here. Yeah, it's a fantastic sound studio I've got set up here.
And his cork pops are terrible.
For cork pops, Turner.
Yeah. It's because his wife won't let him buy new bottles. He doesn't have any, and he uses all these old ragged bottles that he's opened 1,000 times. And he doesn't get any good
I don't know why
so
this just flashed in my head, but you know, in like A Christmas Story, when Ralphie's like in the sad, depressive states, like that's Turner Wathen.
Yeah.
And he's like, all I have is this poor sample bottle I can't pop open anymore. Oh, poor Turner. Oh, poor Turner. Yeah, Turner, just buy some fucking bottles.
Yeah. Yeah.
You literally own a fucking alcohol brand. Steal some boxes, dude.
Yeah. He should. He should steal from himself. He has a business partner, so he's still coming out a little bit ahead. I mean, he's stealing some from himself, but other from Jordan. So.
Lenny's winning some now, so I think that Turner needs to get the fuck over it.
I love Lenny. Speaking of that, the funny thing about Lenny, you listen to those shows, he claims, because for years he claims that we all talked over his cork pops. And now for some reason he's figured out how to do a cork pop, or he got his microphone settings right finally. And now he's like, well, yeah, because you guys aren't talking over me.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Like we've talked over him for 5 years.
Half the fun is talking over someone's cork pop.
Yeah. Well,
and ruining it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Sometimes.
Now that I know people are concerned about cheating in cork pops, I'm going to record the most epic cork pop ever, and then I'm just going to play it.
Tim Swyatt will call you out. We'll have a Facebook post. Yeah, we'll have a Facebook post 16 paragraphs long.
Right.
I reviewed the decibels on this, and there's absolutely no way where this could have possibly been physically acceptable, and that could not have happened ever.
There was a 2-second pause between his statement and his pop, and that would have been when he clicked on the audio.
I know.
So that means that the next show that I'm doing with Tim, I am definitely going to do that.
He's like the Marvin Martian of the.
Be prepared. I will totally do that. Just like the loudest cork pop ever. It's going to sound like a cannon. I'm just going to tap the microphone really hard.
Just sit outside and just literally shoot a gun.
Yeah.
Just get one of those little popper things that shoot the confetti. That'd be perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll win that one. I just want to see that face.
They're hell to clean up, but you win cork pops. So.
It's a great idea.
They're hell to clean up.
What you're saying is, what was it? The guy that was complaining about it. Right now, he's like, when he listens to this episode, he's going to be like furiously taking notes. I don't have to buy bottles. I need to buy.
No, Turner's too lazy to take notes. He won't take notes.
He won't take notes. He's too lazy.
He'll just sit there and go, God damn it, motherfuckers! You're fucking talking shit!
Why would you talk about me? Come on.
Because Turner, you make it easy on us.
He does. He does.
He does. So. It's just how it is.
Andrea, who do you want to talk bad about?
Andrea, is there anybody you want to rip on?
All of you guys, but you're here.
Oh.
No, I'm the nice one. I don't know.
That doesn't last long around here.
I don't have anyone to talk bad about.
At one time, Becca was the nice one, believe it or not.
I've never been the nice one, Wes.
When has Becca been the nice one?
Never on the show.
She's been nice to me.
I'm nice to you in person, Wes.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's true. You're nice.
I am a very nice person in person.
On the shows?
That's why I said she's the perfect wrestling heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, remember when she used to just throttle Bo on shows? Oh, yeah. God damn, that was great.
Bo couldn't
stand her.
He didn't understand the rules of a game.
Yeah, yeah.
Bo, I think, still hated me up until I moved to Kentucky and he actually met me and was like, oh, she's actually very nice.
Oh, now he's a huge fan. He talks about
me and Bo.
When we're working
we're
on movies
fantastic.
and shit.
Love Bo.
Yeah.
He messages me all the time. He's like, hell yeah, let's film some stuff. Let's do some pictures. Let's do it. But prior to me living in Kentucky, Bo definitely was not a fan.
Well, yeah,
which I understand, because all I did was absolutely attack Bo every single time he's on every show I was ever on.
Yeah,
I attacked the shit out of Bo.
that was good for him, though. He grew from that.
I'm here for character development.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Yeah, that's my purpose.
On that note, we'll wrap this one up. It's almost like part 2 is coming on New Year's Eve, so this is part 1
great.
of 2. Yeah, we'll continue on New Year's Eve. We'll have a couple shows in between then, but yeah. So we'll be mailing it in for that day too. So on this note, we'll wrap this one up. Andrea, we'll talk to you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Red Tumbleweed.
All right, Dimitri.
Dimitri Kane on Instagram and Facebook, or at Nobleton's on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, Wes.
You can find me on Instagram at Bourbon_West. So you can find me on Twitter at Bourbon West, one word.
Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no Z's.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Please check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We've got a backlog of well over 3,000 shows. So if you're maybe going on a road trip, check it out. See how many you can listen to with Becca yelling at people. Or if you want a project.
1,000 yeah. She's yelling at people.
Yeah, yelling at people. Or go back and just keep notes. If you listen to an old show with Becca, keep notes on it and then send those notes to me so I can catalog Becca's activities in the past. Apparently she wants those to be forgotten. So Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, fuck you, Steve. I would also like to I'd also like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Outro.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.